Well, we're here for second period action. Apologize for my delay in getting here a little bit after the game started. The second period, but getting over here was a little bit difficult. So, my name's Steve Tempesta. I'm joined today with my partner, my son, Stevie T, former goaltender for Bedford High. Back from college, watching his little brother play today. So, game today is in white, Bedford Bulldogs. In blue, St. Thomas Aquinas from the Dover area. So this is a big game today, Steve.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh, wow, nice play by Asa Parker to pick up that rebound off the boards.
Beautiful, rebound shot. Boards, I noticed we watched a little bit of the first period as we got here. Boards are a little lively today.
The ice between the net back here has been pretty volatile. A lot of guys slipping back there.
Absolutely. So as I was saying, this is a big game today. Bedford currently sits in third place, and third place isn't so bad. It gets you a home game for first round of the playoffs, but the outcome of this game will determine where they finish. So they'll either finish second or fourth. That's really how it'll work. If they win, they finish second. If they lose, they'll finish fourth place.
Is there any way for them to finish third?
I got to think a tie, but I think with the tiebreaker with Concord, they would lose the tiebreaker. So. Because they lost to Concord earlier this year. So I don't think so. That's my opinion. I'm not the guy from the NHIAA, so who knows what those guys do. But we'll see. But that score by Asa Parker makes it 2-0. Quick shot on Alec, making a nice save right there. So it makes it 2-0. So Bulldogs scored in the first period. I didn't hear who actually scored the goal, but it was basically Asa Parker, again, really creating the offense, jumping into the zone and then following a play, and it basically just a pile up of bodies. And I'm not really sure who got it, whether it was him or Nate John.
It was Nate John, who was the credited scorer. It was a real great play by Asa there in the first period. What he did was, you see after the rebound, the way he positioned himself is he moved the player out of the way as opposed to kind of running in the goalie. And what that does is, within the rules of the game, it makes it so there's no interference there. And he happened to knock that player right on top of the goaltender, and it opened the entirety of the front of the net up for any of his guys to come in and take the puck. So
wow,
that was a heads-up play by Asa.
And that's what happened. A real nice finish by Nate John. So here comes Jay Roberto. Quick shot.
Nice save.
Nice save by the goaltender. Thus far, both goaltenders are having a little bit of challenge with the gloves. Neither one is able to get clean glove saves and glove them up every single time. Seem to be hitting the palm there, so a little bit off on the mark with the glove. So
these two goals, for the most part, have just been the product of St. Thomas's defense not being able to clear those rebounds those two times, and the Bedford defense has for Alec Lindbergh. I think that's really the only difference between these two teams so far.
I think so too. The Bulldogs are here today. They're really trying to make a statement. They're skating. All three lines are really playing hard right now, and they're just nice pass coming out of the corner. Beautiful play. Loose puck still. Oh, couldn't quite finish. Beautiful play right there by Brett Veyu, trying to get that puck over to Jacob Rio on the far post.
With the way Marty Myers is running three lines today, it makes you wonder if that's kind of the trend he's going to continue in the playoffs.
I got to think he'll all three lines will get some action. I don't know if it'll all be equal, but that's how he operates with his regular season. I don't think much is going to change, but I think you'll see the first and second line guys get a little bit more action, that's for sure. Nice shielding of the body right there by Asa Parker. So if you're a young player watching that game, that's the way to do it right there.
Oh, wow. Real heads-up play there. Just couldn't get the pass over. A little too much stick in the way.
Well, defense from St. Thomas just getting pucks in the passing, sticks in the passing lane and preventing those passes to get through. So that was a good play. So Bulldogs going to go on a power play, a little slew foot, tripping, whatever you want to call it, from St. Thomas, heading to the box. Number 5 from St. Thomas, one of the assistant captains. Bulldogs going on a power play. First power play of the game, actually.
Really? Nice win there. Looks like the Bulldogs are going to continue to use that umbrella power play with Asa Parker at the point there. Oh, no, I was wrong. This is very much an overload power play.
Looks like they've been changing it up a little bit from earlier in the year. They went with the basic, umbrella. Had Asa at the top, taking that play. Going to get an icing call here. And what they've done now is they've gone to a 1-3-1, which basically is a hybrid overload, hybrid, umbrella play. But they're looking for that man in the slot.
Right.
Currently that play right there is number 12, Griffin Gagne. So they're looking for the player in the slot, much like what the Bruins run. I don't know if you watch many of the Bruins games up there in Montreal, but
I can't really. Heartbreakingly enough.
The Bruins run a very similar power play with 1-3-1. Oh, Alex Abad having a little difficulty being challenged behind the net. And out comes the puck.
Nice pass. That was
Jacob
a beautiful
Rio.
play.
Long pass, stretch pass right there by Jay Roberto. So this is a more traditional, I would say, overload that these guys run. Boy, the back of the net is just struggling in that zone behind the net today. A lot of guys falling, and
oh wow,
a lot of guys just not having clean passes off the boards. It's
this team looks a little timid, and I think over the past couple games, while I can only speculate because I wasn't here, it seems like the team hasn't really been able to pass well. That was the thing that they had going for them. As such a young team, they were really able to pass well. And I think when they were playing the bigger, stronger, older teams, they were starting to be read a lot better by the opposition. And it seems that they're not taking as risky passes today, which is sometimes beneficial and sometimes not. But especially behind the net and things like that, they're not willing to get creative as much anymore.
Oh, beautiful
redirect!
Wow,
what a tip by Brett Veilleux.
Little toe save. I'm not sure how he managed to keep his toe on that puck, but he did.
I think he reeled it in with his paddle first.
What a redirection right there by Brett Veilleux in front of the net. So we're going to get a little taste of the first power play again, see what we have here. 22 seconds remains on the Bedford power play. 10:09 left in the second period. 2-0 Bulldogs. Back to Asa. Asa trying to keep it in right there.
Oh, he does. Wow.
Nice play right there by Valancourt to keep it in. Down low. Nate John just trying to bring that puck out to the front of the net. Valancourt way down below the goal line as a defender, but Brett Silva, shot on net, just wide. All even here, looking for a long stretch pass here, preventing that play, and into the zone comes the St. Thomas player, so 5-on-5. Pass out front,
almost.
Beautiful play. Looks like St. Thomas is going to come out with that puck.
Wow, great play there by the St. Thomas forward. Shake off Valancourt.
So Valancourt brought it back, but unfortunately he didn't read the play and see the defender there from St. Thomas, brought it right into harm's way. Valancourt over to Silva. Silva looking for a breakout. Up off the glass, kept in at the blue line.
Play.
Little jump pass right there. Sending that puck in deep. See a few guys change, so we're going to get some fresh legs out as it's an offensive zone play here.
Wow,
just
connect.
lost sight of it. Matt Musgrave sending that puck in deep. Asa Parker with the pass, looking for somebody out front.
Oh, can he wrap it? Great play by the St. Thomas goaltender to be able to read that.
Well, Asa looking for bodies out front as his help was coming. And, Tyler Gamble was coming from the bench, so it was taking him on the change trying to get there. So Asa decides to wrap it around, but still a couple white shirts ready for pouncing on that rebound there. Just covered up nicely by the goalie.
Great play there by Matt Musgrave.
Sending that puck in deep again. Here comes Tyler Gamble on it hard. Off a Tempesta skate, almost scored it out front. Musgrave fires it back in. All the guys get out of the zone.
Just couldn't corral that one, Tempesta there with his foot.
Down below, just getting battling.
Wow.
What a pass off of.
An even better save by the goaltender.
From his knees to Tyler Gamble.
That was beautiful.
Managed to keep that in the play right there.
Really tight up against the goaltender. It's hard to get it up that high that quickly. Really great technique there by Gamble to not only turn and open himself up, but to get it up that high.
Wow, icing call right there. So 7:55 on the Bulldogs really controlling the play. That power play might have affected this St. Thomas team a little bit. Bulldogs with a lot of activity in this zone. just really outskating. It really boils down to outskating St. Thomas at the moment. So I say that with much reservation because I was over at Skate 3 the other day for a game that I was coaching, and I saw St. Thomas and Bishop Girton play. And Bishop Girton took it to us pretty good, Steve, while you were away. They took it to us pretty good, beat us 5-2. And Bishop Girton was up on this St. Thomas team, and St. Thomas came back to win the game 3-2. They were up I think they were up 2-0, as a matter of fact. So I wouldn't discount this team. This is a good team. They're very, very well coached and talented group. I think they're probably just being outskated at the moment. So hopefully they can just hold on. It's one of those, if they can just maintain this and maybe in the third period come back and chip one in here in the second, maybe that's what they're looking for. So we got to get another goal here. Bulldogs need another goal to really just separate. Because as you know, 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey.
That is very true.
The first goal is a momentum swing. The second goal is a tying goal. The third goal is game over.
I've had it happen to me more than once.
It's definitely frustrating as a fan to watch that momentum swing just occur. So, but the Bulldogs are really taking it to them right now by the skating. That's really all it is. They've changed up their practices a little bit, made them a little bit different, a little bit I don't know, like better or worse, I don't know, but just they changed up their approach to practice a little bit. So Bulldogs are having their legs at the moment, so that's good. Out from behind the goal line, Griffin Gagne trying to bring that backhanded right to the front of the net, just couldn't do so. Stopped by 2 or 3 St. Thomas defenders. On the wall, battling just north of the half wall there. Brett Silva kicks it free to a teammate. Quick shot, just finding it just wide of the post. And up off the glass, trying to get an icing here. Puck's going to roll in on Alec Lindbergh, so negates the icing call. A little chip pass to himself right there, Griffin Gagne. And here comes Asa Parker, a one-on-one. Griffin Gagne back to Brett Silva, over D to D, quick shot. Trying to get a little piece on that as Nate John just couldn't quite get on it. So 5:56 remains. I'm going to get wholesale line changes from both sides of the ice. So, Stevie, you watched about 15 minutes here, 15 minutes of this game. What do you think so far from what you've seen, a month ago, while you've been away, or maybe almost 2 months at this point, to right now? What are you seeing? Anything different?
No, this team looks very much the same, and I think that that's a good thing because the place that they were in, coming off of the Christmas tournament and right during the Christmas tournament was a very good place, and they looked very poised to do well in the playoffs, especially against some of these good teams. And to know that they had, a really tough stretch there and they really weren't playing as themselves, and that they're looking like they did at the beginning of the season right now, I think that's a good thing.
Very much. I think, they had a stretch where they had 4 losses in a row, something that this team hasn't faced in a long, long time. And as a result, it just got down on themselves, but they've recovered and they've regrouped and they're back at it. Alex Abad opting to just ice the puck, get a quick line change, having some difficulty getting it out of the zone. Good decision there. Change up the lines, fresh legs, both sides. Matt Giroux behind the net, D to D to Valancourt. Valancourt carries it behind the net, back to Giroux. And really just the D opting to just control the play and then break it out, long stretch passes.
Oh, wow. Nice play there by Brett Veyu to get a quick shot on that as he was falling.
Jacob Rio on the boards. Veyu, little pass off the side of the net, just wide. Jacob Rio coming to the bench. Looks like he got a little roughed up on the boards. Might have hurt himself a little bit. I'm sure he's fine, but he just got off the ice. So an interesting lineup on that last shift. He had Brett Veyu, the captain, senior, 3 sophomores and a freshman on that line. So
wouldn't be the first time we've had a little bit of a weird setup there.
Young group right there. So
wow. Had Asa not put that right into that goalie's chest, that would have been an absolutely beautiful play.
Well, he's got to go down. He's got to keep that puck down on the ice. Let the goalie make the save.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't necessarily have to go in, but keep it in play and allow his teammates to come in and give him a hand, right?
That's one of the things that Bedford's been doing well at times and not at other times today is, you know, sometimes they've been putting it right up where the goalie's going to be able to hold on to it, and the few times they haven't is a time where they've been able to capitalize on rebounds. So.
Oh, nice back to the D right there. Brett Silva sending it in deep. Bouncy puck. Lands on the stick of Asa Parker behind the net. Griffin Gagne out front. I'm not sure Asa caught the full visual on that play. Just lost it completely. It ended up getting very close to his stick. He just couldn't finish. Asa, snapshot. Right on net. Oh, we're going to get change of lines, both teams. You know, I'd like to see Marty sort of delay a little bit on those line changes and then, you know, maybe match up the lines a little bit better. But, you know, that's not his style, right? It's not his style. He just changes, says go, and changes.
I disagree with that.
No, I mean, this season has been more of a, you know, quickly just change up the lines and, you know, so on. So, but that's okay. I think he's confident. I think he's made the first line is the first line. The second and third lines are both fairly equivalent. Yeah. Certainly the second line is, the third line's got a little bit more points than the second line, but that's okay.
I would, this team is tough to match guys up with because the kids are young and they're all kind of relatively the same talent level, where in the past when we've had a team with a lot of different ages on it, it's kind of easy to tell where the lines are in between, the first line and the second line, and where that talent drop off is. So.
Oh, trying a little back pass, got rubbed out on the boards right there. Donato coming out, sending it in deep. It's on sides, dropping it for his defender. Wide pass there, nice breakout. Defending very nicely on that play, basically just rubbing out that defender on the boards. Oh, beautiful pass out front.
Just couldn't get it to him.
You know, the key on that play for these young players, the young athletes out there that are watching this game is, he didn't just make the pass. Before he grabbed the puck, the player, before he made that pass, he looked before the puck was on his stick first. And then when he caught it, his decision to make that pass had already been made. Yeah. So for you young athletes out there, it's really important to keep your head up. That's all every coach tells you, keep your head up. But what does that really mean? That means before you get that puck, pick your head up and look around, and he makes a beautiful pass across and just beyond the outstretched stick of Jacob Rio. He couldn't quite corral that in. 2:24 left in the second period here, and still 2-0 Bulldogs after a first period goal, second period goal. We're looking for a third goal here to enter into the third period and give a little breathing room to the Bulldogs. Oh, chipping it out, number 8 on a break, staying wide, nicely defended. Alec Lindbergh lost sight of that puck as it remained to his left. He never really saw it. He made the save, just kind of lost sight of it. Matt Giroux battling.
Oh, almost a tough bounce there.
Coming out 2-on-1. Nice defense right there by Matt Giroux off the skates. Looking for it. Jay Roberto trying to make something happen.
Say the forwards there not really reading each other well where they were going to go with it. Oh, great play there. Was that Valancourt?
That's Valancourt. Nicely defended and out with the puck. Looking for a wide stretch pass. Long, get it in deep here.
Offsides.
Offsides. Very much offsides too. By a very little bit, but it's a very much offsides play. So 1:20 remains here in the second period, and Bulldogs here late in the second have given up a couple of opportunities there for St. Thomas, and as I mentioned, it could be the momentum swing. St. Thomas kicks one in here, and it's a really tight game.
Yep.
So Bulldogs really have to be on their mark at the moment. So a benefit of an icing call is a young man from St. Thomas did not gain the red line before he dumps it in. So an offensive zone faceoff here for the Bulldogs to our right, to the left of the goalie. Taking the faceoff, Griffin Gagne. Looking to draw it back to Nate John for a quick shot. Pushes it forward to himself, first on the puck. coming out of the corner. They're real nifty, real good hands on Griffin Gagne. Brett Silva calling for that pass, gets it, just tied up by the defender. Asa out front, weird angle shot.
Just couldn't
from
get the
end
rebound
line.
there. Oh, still battling with it.
Nate John trying to smash that between the goalie, behind the goalie, just couldn't quite get to it.
The good thing about what Bedford's doing right now is they're really being relentless around the goaltender. And if you want to get to a team, best way to do it is get to their goaltender first and not letting this kid have any breathing room, making sure you're on him. There's nothing, I hated it when I was a goaltender when teams would be all over me like that. You know, you'd always call for penalties and whatever, but there's nothing illegal about it. And something's going to give eventually with this St. Thomas goaltender. He can't hang on forever. And it's either going to be Lindbergh or St. Thomas. And with the way Bedford's playing right now, I'm predicting St. Thomas is going to give soon.
So 30 seconds here left in the second period. Brett Silver on that puck, just getting it into the neutral zone. Trying to get it deep here. Bulldogs need to get it in, get a shot on net. Just wide. Defended nicely by defense there at the blue line. Not really giving him a free look at that net. Well, bouncy puck. Carrying it all the way down behind the net. Drew Conley firing around to just sort of just rag the puck and end that second period. So the end of the second period, Bulldogs lead 2-0. So again, my name's Steve Tempesta, joined by my son, Stevie T. Thanks for bringing this to us today, Mike Courier from Castle Hill Sports. So the end of the second period, 2-0. You know, as we saw earlier, this is really an important swing game for the Bulldogs, so they really need to win this game, but they're not out of the water yet. They really need to put pressure on the goalie in the third period. So what are you looking for in the third period?
I'm just looking for them to continue what they're doing. I think the only way they're going to lose this game is if they take their foot off the gas right now. They're all over St. Thomas. They got the puck in the zone. They're keeping possession behind the net, and they're getting to the goaltender right now. And I think if they come out in the third period slower than they did right now, then that's where they're going to find trouble.
I agree. I think what you saw in the second period, the separation was the speed. You know, the puck in the play everything was down the St. Thomas end. It was really aggressive on the side of the Bulldogs, but they weren't giving up opportunities to St. Thomas, and
they weren't allowing the fast break counter either.
And what happened late in that period is we saw them get a couple chances. So they need to go back to the drawing board, remind them of what's going to work for them right now, and get back at it. So, well, we appreciate you joining us for the second period. So we'll be back for third period action in just a few moments. So we're back here at Sullivan Arena, third period action. 2-0 Bulldogs at the end of 2. Looking to just establish a little offensiveness here and try to get that third goal to just separate between Bedford and St. Thomas. And again, the difference the win may make them second place finishers, which would be really nice, and definitely hosting a playoff spot regardless. But it'd be nice to be the home team for a semifinal game as well. But we don't want to jump ahead of ourselves. We got to play the rest of this game, and then certainly playoff game next Saturday for sure. And that'll be here at St. Anselm's. So hopefully you all can join us. That'd be great. Coming out of that corner, backhand, trying to go short side right there. Griffin Gagne, a real nice play. So chipping that puck out to neutral ice. Bulldogs sending it back in. We're gonna get an, they waved off the icing. One called it, one waved it off. And onto the ice come the Bulldogs. Alex Abad just trying to send that puck in deep. Couldn't get it past the defender. On that puck again, Alex behind the net. Tossing it D to D. Chipping it out. And Cam Blaisdell.
Oh, wow, nice move.
Stolen. Cam Blaisdell had it go right between his legs. Couldn't get a handle on that puck. So back in the zone, it goes deep. And out of the zone to the neutral ice. And just a little firing it back and forth each team. Trying to establish some sort of play at the moment.
Oh, nice save there by Alec. Oh,
and
nice even better save on the rebound.
Save right there off the rebound. That was just a simple little play right there. Nothing special. And toss it on net, and that was that. Next thing you know, it's a quick shot, and it had to make a great save. Matt Giroux, shot on net.
Oh, heads up.
So 12:51. Basically, the Bulldogs looking to just chew up the clock here. But, I don't think that's the established what they want to do. I think what they want to do is really set the tone.
I was going to say, they're looking to pile it on to really ride a wave in the playoffs here. That's how Marty's always had us do it. He doesn't like us to run scores up against teams until the last game of the season.
Well, I'm not sure we're going to run the score up on anybody at the moment. This Division I is, if you've seen some of the games, but it's the parity in these games are so good that it's really hard to. It's not like you're going to win 7-8-1, whereas in years past when you were playing that, Division II had some opponents that were just not as good, and they had some difficulty keeping pace, never mind matching up lines, So behind the net, Valancourt looking to go D to D. Matt Giroux just blindly sends that off the boards. It's a shame. He had a guy coming through. He's got to really look up.
That kid should have buried that one for St. Thomas. That is a missed opportunity. That's been the story of the day for St. Thomas here.
Well, Alec, in a good position. I don't want to discount what he's doing. He's in a good position. Butterfly in place, ready to make a save, and he makes that guy go wide with that puck. So that's defended very nicely by the goalie there.
Yes, true. Very true.
So, Alex had its moments where he's played really, really well, and he's had a couple moments where not so well, but those are far fewer than he's played. He's played very, very well often, so it's good. So 11:24 remains in the third period. Bulldogs looking to close out the season with a victory. Be nice to head into the playoffs, on a high note. A couple wins in a row under their belt, playing really well. We've had contributions from a number of players. 2-on-1 here.
Nice save by Alec. He's been playing a little deep today, but he's been in a good spot.
Nate John trying to get through, fighting through a defense.
There's no call. Looked like he was getting held back or hooked a little bit there.
Definitely, I think he was definitely getting hooked and something, but he managed to fight through that for sure.
Ooh. I'm not sure I like that tactic by Alec holding on to that one.
Definitely don't like that one either.
Not how I would have approached that, but it's in the past now, and hopefully we just break this out here. Tough pass there for Brett Vayu to hold on to.
That was Griffin Gagne. Yeah. That was Griffin Gagne. It's just he got twisted up at the blue line, and the puck was coming. He couldn't control it. So it looks like St. Thomas comes out in between periods after a little chat in the locker room, and they're ready to go. The Bulldogs are a little bit slow in the third period here.
Yeah, this is what I was worried about a little bit. If St. Thomas gets one quick, they got a lot of time and momentum.
Exactly. That's not what you want here. Someone's going to be in front of the net as all three guys were behind the goal line.
The perennial problem for Bedford is seems like they come out so strong and then they kind of lose it at the end of the third period, and then for some reason they kick it in at the end of the third again. But we'll see how that shapes out. I guess a lot to do with the fact that they train really hard, but they tend to go into the third period with a lead a lot of times, and they don't always come out on the gas like they should.
Well, I've seen that for a few years, so it's not the first time I've seen that or witnessed it. That's for sure. Having watched you for 4 years on the varsity team, seen a number of different players play the game, right? Not just not the guys that you went to youth hockey with, but a number of guys that I didn't have the pleasure of watching every single game, like a Tyler Wise,
right?
Or, a Luke, or Micah Hearn, or Luke McDonough. Like those guys are just older. I never got to see them all the time, which is too bad. Those guys were fun to watch for sure. But the same thing back then as well. He would just jump out on teams and have some difficulty in the third period. I think they just got comfortable and took the foot off the gas, and I think that's what we're seeing right here, right now.
Nice save by Alec.
So we got to get back to it. We got 9 minutes here. Got to get back to skating. I think that's really the difference maker in this with the Bulldogs is they got to skate. That's really the bottom line. And what does that really mean? Like skating is they're doing it now. They're skating, but it means that they got to really put pressure and drive drive the legs and explode on the other team and defend.
It's a matter of refocusing and skating smart too, because you can skate hard and really expose yourself as a team. It's you gotta enhance a little bit of everything about your play, and you gotta really refocus all around, physically and mentally.
So in the corner, Jay Roberto getting bumped pretty good, battling still. Brett Veyu trying to push it back, cycle it down low. Roberto back to Veyu. Veyu, quick shot.
Wow, nice save.
Save off the shoulder, off the chest and into a glove right there. Goaltender makes a nice play. But he's really holding a minute right now.
Yeah.
You know, that was really the first chance here in the third period, but early in the first and second, the goaltender really had to come up big and able to control the play. So he's playing well.
No, the St. Thomas goaltender has kept that team in the game, especially last period. This game could have been way worse if they had a mediocre goaltender, so credit to him today.
Pushing it in deep. Jake Rio sending it down low. Coming out. And again, cycling it back in. The speed of this line is really difficult for many teams to handle, not just St. Thomas at this point. D to D, looking for a pass.
I don't know what was going on there.
Nice little soft pass off the boards. A indirect pass off the boards to a teammate instead of that loft.
Oh, you got to clear that rebound first. Don't worry about the guy there. Although that is a Marty Myers specialty strategy, is always take the guy first as opposed to kind of worry about the puck. And, you know, it's played against them sometimes. It works a lot of the time, especially when there's a big scrum right up against the goaltender. But in cases like that, you really got to worry about the puck first.
Well, we're going to get the icing waved off as it doesn't make the end line. Oh, it does make the end line. Stevie was blocking my view.
Oh, okay.
You know, very inconsiderate up here, but what can you do? You get what you pay for, right, Mike?
So glad to be home.
Looking for the wide pass. Oh, could have lost control of that puck. Keeping in the zone there is St. Thomas. Griffin Gagne was trying to just make a play out to Asa, and he just, puck just slid off his stick. He couldn't quite control it. So they continue play in the zone. This is an opportunity here for St. Thomas. Little sloppy play by Brett Silva into the skates. Quick shot. We're going to get a power play here for St. Thomas as Drew Conley drags down one of the forwards in front of the net. And they were just battling for space, but at some point, you can only knock them down so many times before they're going to call a penalty. It was, I think it was the third or the fourth time.
Yeah, you know, it is what it is. And again, that's a very, you know, Bedford system taught thing is really rough guys up out front. Don't let them get to your goaltender and things like that. And again, a lot of what Bedford does works a lot of the time for their particular strategy. But every once in a while, you get really tough breaks.
So we're going to get a timeout called here by St. Thomas, it looks like. And 6:41 remains in the third period. So St. Thomas goes on a power play here. I know they're over talking to their guys. They're setting up a play. They got the whiteboard out, and they're doing all those things. But really, this is it's an opportunity for them to really change the momentum of this game. Mm-hmm. So if St. Thomas comes out and scores a goal, whether it be in the first 5 seconds or 2 minutes into this, it doesn't really matter. They still got to get another goal after that to tie it up. But it's important for them to get on the board. And this is, you know, for the Bulldogs, as you know, the biggest penalty kill on the ice now has to be Alec Lindbergh. So it's really important for him to step up here.
You know, it's even less important for them to even get on the board, but just to really start peppering the goaltender. Because late in the third period like this, is a goalie start to get tired. And if you take these next 2 minutes and just really get on Alec Lindbergh and you tire him out, he's going to break quick. And, you know, I've been through the same thing, power plays late in the game where teams are, you know, take 10, 12 shots just in one set of 2 minutes, and it's tough to hold up for the rest of the game.
Absolutely. I can't. You get fatigued, and certainly you're, you know, getting ready for the next shot. You got to be prepared. So as many shots as they can get on it, it doesn't always mean they have to take shots too. As long as they control that puck and keep it in the zone, Alec's going to have to move and really, you know, get into play and, you know, get to the position and get down and get up, and he gets worn out.
Even
just
being there, yeah, it makes you really tired.
Absolutely.
Just following the puck, and I think it's going to be huge for Bedford to really just keep breaking the puck out, because even if St. Thomas is just controlling the puck in the zone, that's a big momentum shift.
Shooting that puck wide, can't get out of the zone, keeping it in. Umbrella set up here for St. Thomas.
It's tips like that. You got to really try and push them out of the zone. Do whatever you can.
So directed to the corner, Alec Lindbergh nicely.
I do like the setup by Bedford, though. They're not letting any pucks penetrate right now, which is nice. You know, pucks from the periphery are not too bad, especially when there's not a lot of screening going on. That's what you don't want.
They're going to get another penalty here, slashing call on Jacob Rio. So what they're doing here is they're trying to set up the umbrella man at the top and have him work from the side, draw the defender in, and skate by him to get a closer shot, as opposed to what the Bulldogs do. They try to set the umbrella up and get that puck up to the top guy, and then take shots from the point.
And then get rebounds.
They're trying to have that defender at the top, number 8, really just control the puck and then bring it in for a shot.
Which surprises me, actually, because Alec Lindbergh, you know, is a blocking goaltender. He's not a smothering goaltender. So you would think that they would be looking for rebounds. Wow, what a shot.
That was a bomb right there, number 8. So with 1:08 left on that penalty, they're up on a 5-on-3. They score the goal, so they're still going to be on a power play.
For another minute 45.
Minute 45. So, again, this is what we were talking about, that momentum swing. You know, you give an opportunity to the opponent to get some chances, and it could come back to haunt you. So, you know, Alec didn't get a totally clean look at that shot.
That's a tough shot. That was an
absolute
absolute
But he had people trying to block it. He had blue shirts in front of him, and it just gets up over his left shoulder. Yeah, and it was a rocket.
Oh yeah, I think all credit on that one goes to the shooter, less than screening or anything like that. There's not a whole lot you can do about shots like that.
No, not at all.
But I think right now the biggest factor here within the next 2 or 3 minutes is going to be making sure Alec Lindbergh keeps his composure. I think even if you do beat a goalie on a goal, if you have a short memory, you're able to keep yourself in the game. You know, he can battle just as hard for the next 6 minutes and be absolutely fine. So I'm going to be looking to Alec Lindbergh to see kind of how this game will end.
Well, they have 5.5 minutes remains here in the third period. 1:30 left on the power play. You know, they really have to defend this power play, the Bulldogs do. This is really a gut check time for Bedford Bulldogs. Last game of the season, regular season ends today.
And this decides second or fourth place too, so I'm sure Marty Miles will take a timeout soon and have a couple of words for his guys.
Sending that puck all the way the length of the ice. Valancourt behind the net, challenging him is Brett Vayu, forcing the goalie to make a play. So,
interesting new system on the penalty kill in the zone there. Before, we've had a system where both forwards rotate in putting pressure on the guys to not only get fresh legs but never take the pressure off, and I haven't seen them use that this year. They've kept with that same guy up top, and you know, it caused a little less pressure in the zone when Bedford's trying to pressure St. Thomas and breaking it back out, and it makes your top penalty killer, the guy who's at the top of the diamond, a little bit more tired, more quick changes.
Going hard to and behind the goal line there, battling behind the net. Out to the D, looking to set up the umbrella. Up to the shot man. He's taking it in, brings it in a little bit closer, looking for a pass. Tries the wraparound.
Great play by Alec Lindbergh.
Alex able to get to that post. Perfect play right there.
And a great breakout that'll kill this penalty here. And we'll go back to even here. Now it's going to be interesting to see how Bedford responds. They were down a guy. Will they be able to take the momentum back, or I wonder how it's going to play out here.
So looking for a shot.
Wow.
A beautiful play right there. As I get a quick change here, bring out the correct alignment, get everybody back together. So the Bulldogs successfully managed to kill off that long power play there, as St. Thomas is able to score a goal. One of the nemesis of the Bulldogs team is giving up power play goals this year. Really
late as well.
Yeah, absolutely. But biggest thing this past season was against Concord when they end up losing the game 3-2. And they gave up 3 power play goals. So, it's just you really got to do better at it. They do well at it, but they just got to do better at it.
And I think that comes from a point that I like to make during the Christmas tournament a lot. That it's a young team, and even though they've got they've gotten experience as the season moves on, they're still young kids. And that discipline comes with age, understanding Marty's system and understanding how the high school system works. And I think you'll see the kids who have been in this system who aren't graduating, who are moving on through it the next season, they will take less penalties.
Yep, they will. So what we saw here is at the end of that power play, defending that power play, They threw out a line, and you know what? That line put pressure on the goalie. Actually got a real good opportunity there. A nice couple passes, and that's exactly what the Bulldogs needed. So they have all their guys really chipping in here. It's really important now to continue the pressure and just get pucks deep, and get shots on net. They still want to try to, get a chance here. Sending that puck in deep. Jay Roberto all the way to the corner. Brett Fayou battling, stealing that puck as Jay Roberto comes in to help out. Looking for a pass out front. Just couldn't get it through there, but all the way back. Shot on from...
Just hits the outside of the post.
From Valancourt. Not able to really get the control here. They're trying to keep the puck in the zone of the Bulldogs.
It's good that they're not letting St. Thomas set up, though. Even when St. Thomas does get the puck, they're all over their guys. They're making guys take bad passes.
Oh, we're looking for a long pass here. Asa Parker on the stretch pass.
Little long there. You gotta make that pass happen a little bit quicker.
Well, poor Valancourt couldn't get to that puck as the forward from St. Thomas really rifled that puck around. He just couldn't get a handle on it as they were changing. But Asa Parker wisely looking for that long pass.
Wow, just couldn't hold on to it there. Surprising no call. Again, Bedford's getting a little kind of hooked, slashed, everything here. And, they made the dainty call for St. Thomas, but they're not calling it both ways today.
No, not at the moment. That's okay.
Nice save by Alec.
That's okay. Freeze that play up there. 1:48 left.
Having stuff like that late game, too, not necessarily threatening, but Alex still got to kind of sprawl out for that. Gives you a little bit of confidence back with a minute 48 to know that you're going to be able to really stretch out for saves.
Well, absolutely.
And you wonder when St. Thomas is going to pull the goalie. Right now, it seems a little early, but this would be a real perfect opportunity.
Well, I'd like to see St. Thomas pull the goalie and then Marty, on the face-off dot here, and then Marty call a timeout and set up. But 1:43, they don't pull the goalie. The goalie's already out the hash mark, so he's thinking about it.
I think, I think the reason they're not is for the reason you said exactly. They don't want to let Bedford to be able to set up and take advantage of that because they got fast guys that can break it out, and so they don't want Bedford to have the ability to play against an empty net.
Well, sending that puck in deep, important. Get it in deep. Make the goalie stay in that net. Don't get the extra forward out. Don't get that extra player out.
Just don't give St. Thomas time with the puck, yeah.
And out with the puck, and there goes the goalie. So 1:09 left, and out to the side. Quick shot. Oh, up over the blocker. Beautiful shot on net. Goalie never made it to the bench, so 5-on-5 there. But that was the opportunity they were looking for. Forward got wide of the D and able to just spring himself and get an opportunity. Alec a little deep in the net on that chance.
Yeah, that was a tough shot, but I would have liked to see Alec play, a little less timid there.
So tie game, 2-2. 1:06 remains in the third period. It's anybody's game for a minute 6.
You wonder if Marty's going to call a timeout soon or no to kind of gather his team back. And you know what? It wouldn't be the first time that I've seen a game change again to go to tie to then change again under a minute. I remember we were playing Kingswood my senior year in the playoffs.
I remember.
And we were up 2-1. Kingswood scored a goal with 50 seconds left, and we went down and scored on the very next play with 20 seconds left. So wow. Oh my word, what a shot.
Off the face-off. The puck never hit the ice as the referee was dropping the puck, and he taps that puck up over the goaltender's shoulder.
Can we get a replay on that? I don't even know how that went in.
That was a beautiful shot. Just managed to get up over his shoulder. And
unfortunately, I predicted that for the wrong team.
Well, 56 seconds. St. Thomas comes back and scores 2 late goals.
Gut check time for Bedford. Yeah.
And takes a lead 3-2. What a change of momentum. And as I said earlier in the second period, 2-0
can't do that.
Is the worst lead in hockey. That's what you got to do. You got to really put pressure on teams and not give them chances. Now
you got to move, boys. Oh, wow. No call. Thank you.
We're going to get a penalty here.
Finally, we're going to get a call for Bedford.
No, we're not getting a call.
Really?
The net's off. And
wow.
That was the call.
I am shocked right now.
Play is outside the zone. So 37 seconds, what they need to do is get over the red line and then pull themselves pull the goalie here as well.
That's not helping the cause right now. You got to get the puck to somebody who can just carry it in the zone. You don't want to dump it in the zone with, under 20 seconds left. You got to carry it. You got to get around guys. And there'll go Alec Lindbergh to the bench. Oh, wow. Great play. Wow.
Matt Giroux, nice play. Unfortunately, there's only 10 seconds left, so we're going to have to look at something.
Can he get there? Shoot!
So the Bulldogs end up losing this game 3-2 after effectively dominating the game for about 2.5 periods, and it was just a mental breakdown in that third period. We saw the first goal go in on a nice power play goal, and then the second and the third goal within seconds of each other. And that last one was really the one that's going to cost us. That's going to hurt a little bit. That one's going to sting Alec for a little bit off the face-off.
I can't imagine Marty's going to be happy about that one.
Well, that's just a matter of, the center has got to win that, or at least get in the way of that shot or prevent that from happening. But Alec's got to be ready, and I'm not sure if he was 100% ready for that to occur.
No, and that was the point I was making before, is the mental toughness of Alec Lindbergh.
Yeah.
This is his first time being a starting goalie, but you got to have a short memory, and in huge games like this, especially when a lot of pressure's on your team, you're the guy that's got to step up. On a young team, Alec Lindbergh being a junior, he's a little bit older. He's got to be the guy in that situation, and unfortunately, he was getting no help today.
No, not at all. So what we see here is Bulldogs lose 3-2 after, quite honestly, dominating most of the game. It's a pure shame that they ended up losing this game. But 3-2 changes the outcome.
Hugely
changes
for the
who they
playoffs.
play in the playoffs. Changes everything. So I believe they're going to finish fourth if Concord can beat. I think they play Brady this afternoon. So if Concord can beat Brady, and Brady's had a long season, so they've struggled much of the year. But if Concord can beat Brady, changes who they play in the first round, and they go from the winner of a 7, 8, 9, 10 game, 7, 10, or 8, 9 game to Memorial. And Memorial
that's a tough game.
Memorial is tough right now. Memorial's playing really good.
No,
so that really changes who they're going to play.
They're making their road to the playoffs a lot harder because, like you said, they're going to take Memorial. That's going to drain them, and then they're going to take Salem in the semifinals.
Right.
And it's nice to play Salem in a rink that's not going to be as big as their home rink, but that's going to be another unbelievably tough game. And so, we had that road to the playoffs my junior year, not setting ourselves up in a great spot, and we struggled to get to the championship game. It was a tolling event. So.
Well, that game really changes the outcome of the remainder of the season here for the Bulldogs. So hopefully they can manage through it. Marty's going to have to come up with a couple of tricks up his sleeve here to change the momentum of this team, which was really going in the right direction. But as of today, that loss makes a difference as how you're mentally going into the playoffs. Yeah. So they got practice tomorrow and then practice all next week, game on Saturday, and they'll be ready to play that game Saturday. But, from here at Sullivan Arena, my name's Steve Tempesta. With my son, Stevie T. We appreciate Mike Courier from Castle Hill Sports providing us with this. So thanks for joining us today. Again, the Bulldogs lose 3-2. We'll see you on next Saturday for a live stream action for the Bulldogs' first home game for the playoffs. Take care.